Welcome, artists. I'm so excited to bring you part 4 and my favorite Jen Stark inspired drip drawing, where we explore warm and cool colors. Art isn't just about aesthetics, it's about emotion. And this, we're going to dive into the science and psychology behind warm and cool colors. The materials you need are white paper, pencil and eraser, black Sharpie, markers in a warm and cool color scheme, and scissors. Now let's learn a little bit about the talented and colorful artist who inspired this, Jen Stark. Stark was born in Miami, Florida in 1983 and studied at the Maryland Institute College of Art, graduating in 2005. She now works and resides in Los Angeles, California, where she continues to explore the gravitational pull she has always felt toward color with dizzying, psychedelic installations, 3D optic sculptures, and repetitive murals dripping color and trippy pattern paintings. Some of her prominent commissions range from Facebook's headquarters, Miami International Airport, the music set of Miley Cyrus's MTV Video Awards, and Demi Lovato's Los Angeles home. In recent years, Stark has collaborated with companies like Google, Vans, and Smashbox, cultivating a recognizable aesthetic that relies on science, color, and emotion. Jen is driven by her interest in nature, evolution, infinity, fractals, topographies, and sacred geometry, using materials including paper, wood, metal, glass, and paint. Stark strives to make her work that balances on a razor's edge of optical illusion. She said, "My fascination with nature is deeply connected to the underlying mathematics of the universe, such as fractal imagery found in everything from tree branches to the crest of a wave and the shape of the galaxies." Jen is also inspired by color theory and how different colors react to each other. The mystery of rainbows and light spectrums. She is quoted as saying, "I love how color can influence emotion and patterns that it can create and the tricks it can play on the eye." As her career has evolved and so has technology, her practices of creating have also evolved. She's always been interested in pushing boundaries and capacities of her own expression. She's learned how to apply what she knows in the two-dimensional and three-dimensional art world to digital work, including NFTs. Jen's work is incredibly captivating, and she believes art is for everyone. She's quoted as saying, "I'd like people to feel joy when experiencing my work, and I hope it inspires people to pursue their own passions in life." Color theory at its core is about the physics of light and how both our eyes and brain processes it. Simply put, the definition of color theory is a system to understand what colors are, how they interact with one another, and how they can evoke different emotions and meanings, and how we can use them to communicate visually. Colors are categorized in two groups, warm and cool. If you draw a line down the center of the color wheel, you can easily identify which are which. Red, orange, and yellow are considered warm hues, and green, blue, and violet are regarded as cool tones. It's important to pay attention to the characteristics of warm and cool colors, as they can influence your perspective and emotions, as well as those around you. Both warm and cool colors impact our visual perception of the objects that we see. For example, warm colors will feel inviting, comforting, and happy, and provide the illusion of heat and warmth and are associated with sun and fire. Cool colors are associated with cold and night, reminiscent of nature, and provide a sense of calm, relaxation, and sadness. The main difference between these two is that warm colors have the longest wavelengths on the spectrum. Cool colors have shorter wavelengths and don't advance toward the eye. In most cases, warm colors advance while cool colors recede. This is because our eyes adjust when focusing on different wavelengths. A great example of how colors trigger mood and emotions is Pixar's movie Inside Out. Color is the leading theme. In the movie, the 5 primary emotions have a distinct color. Artists have discovered the power of color and studied what it does to the viewer for centuries. To begin, you need your pencil and eraser. We're going to draw two large sections, dividing our paper in half, one for our warm colors and second for our cool colors. You're going to start by just drawing some wavy lines that go up and down to look like drips. Next, I'm going to draw my section for my cool colors. It can start anywhere touching the first section I just drew, repeating these repetitive, beautiful, drippy lines going up and down from left to right. Now that I have my top two sections, I'm going to work on two small bottom sections for my black and white contrast. Again, drawing these beautiful movement lines just going across my page, starting and stopping wherever you want as the artist. Next, grab your black Sharpie and trace over all of those beautiful dripping lines that you just drew. You're going to go over this about 2 or 3 times, making these lines bold and thick to really separate the space between each section, emphasizing each individual area of your drawing. Now grab your pencil, and in each section you are going to mimic or copy the lines that you just drew. We're going to create this beautiful repetitive pattern in each area of our drawing. So again, take your time and just go up and down following those beautiful movement lines, filling up each section. Now it's time to trace those lines that you just drew with your black Sharpie once again. Take your time focusing on your craftsmanship. This should be a slow, meditative process. Before you add color, erase all the pencil marks that are still showing through. Now it's time to add our warm or cool color scheme. You can choose what you're going to do in your first section. I'm going to do a warm color scheme, starting with pinks, red-violet, red, orange, and then yellow. But if all you have is red, orange, and yellow, that's great. Feel free to simplify it, and you can start in any order that you want. Take your time coloring in each individual section, focusing on craftsmanship and coloring inside the line. Now, if you started with your warm color scheme like myself, it's time to move on to your cool in your next section. You can use purples, blue, blue-green, green, or yellow-green. Or again, simplify it with just your purple, blue, and green. As the artist, it's up to you what colors you start with. and in what order. Now that your warm and cool colored sections are finished up above, it's time to work on our black and white contrast area below. You're going to leave the first set of lines white, so starting with the second section, coloring it in with your black Sharpie, going nice and slow. This black and white contrast will really emphasize your warm and cool color scheme up above. Now that we've finished coloring our beautiful Jen Stark inspired drip drawing, it's time to cut it out. Take your time as you carefully cut around those outer edges. It's better to leave a little white that we can fix at the very end. Touch up those little areas of white showing through with your black Sharpie. Once you do that, you'll have a beautiful crisp edge once again. Well done, my most amazing artist. I hope you enjoyed learning about the incredible and colorful artist, Jen Stark, as we gained a deeper understanding of warm and cool colors and the psychological and emotional impacts they can induce. I hope you will join me for our final part of this color theory series as we examine analogous colors. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and don't forget to turn on those notifications. I look forward to creating with you again very soon.